You've already seen some showers today, but the heavy rain is just now beginning. And I got to tell you, look at this. This is Doppler estimated rainfall here in the last 24 hours. It's not hard to see that, okay, we've had some rain up in the mountains. Hi. Glad you're doing okay tonight. We got 16/100ths in Hickory, but you get almost a half an inch towards Statesville, 3/4 of an inch to an inch down in Rock Hill where Amy was standing a while ago. And you look out here to the east of us along the coast, already over 4 and 5 inches of rain falling out that way with flooding conditions. And they're up to OPCON 1 out there at Myrtle Beach right now with all the flooding that's going on. So serious weather situation here. Until noon tomorrow, we've got 2 potential rounds of precipitation. From now through about midday or so tomorrow, and then again on Sunday, another round of precipitation comes through. We're looking at some gusty northeasterly winds. We've already seen trees down here across Mecklenburg County, and the potential for some flooding coming up as well. And Sunday, the same thing, the potential for more heavy rains in round 2. Showers now in 53 degrees. It's cold and raw outside, and you can barely see the uptown cam going on here, the Touchstone Energy cam. Looking pretty wet and a little foggy right now. Check out these wind gusts in this last hour. 38-mile-an-hour gusts in Greensboro, 22-mile-an-hour gusts down at Rock Hill, 28 at the airport. Those are wind gusts just this last hour. So you can see between the drought conditions that we've had, the excessive rain that we're now getting, and the windy conditions, that can cause some problems for power lines, trees, that kind of thing. So we'll watch this very carefully as this fetch of moisture continues to stream this way. And you say, well, where's Joaquin? What does this have to do with it? This is probably going to be one of the strongest moisture sources to feed this whole system, but it's not really the main story. The whole big upper level low that you see back here to the west of us is the one that's helping to draw this moisture up this direction. So it's really twofold. You've got Joaquin to the south that stays away from the Carolina coast, apparently, according to the National Hurricane Center, and the big upper level low that's pushing all this moisture up our way. Now here's the latest though. Our computer model, the Adonis computer model, starts pushing a lot of this moisture back to the west of us. If this happens, and I'm saying if, this could be a much better scenario for us and more a problem for the folks in the Midlands. I still expect that we'll easy get 3 to about 6 inches out of this thing, and the folks down in the Midlands could see a whole lot more than that. That's what it looks like as we head throughout the weekend. Then, of course, Sunday it starts firing back up for us once again here. So just to let you know, guard yourself, just be careful. Don't get out in these flooded conditions and try to drive around. This could be a serious problem for us this weekend, but it may not be as bad as earlier expected. 52 degrees, that's where we're going. Not far from our temperature right now with some heavy rain very likely and possibly some flooding involved in this too. And then from the mountains all the way down, we're talking mid-50s with some heavy rain. Our temperatures in about the mid-60s with the heavy rain tomorrow as well. That's the story as it stands. And then your 7-day forecast goes to 64 tomorrow. Temperatures up around 67 degrees as we head throughout the rest of the weekend. And our daytime highs finally get back to the mid-70s, a little closer to normal for this time of the year, as we got mostly sunny skies and drier weather coming our direction. So next week, just got to get through this weekend. It's going to be pretty wet.
How'd that feel, pal?
That felt really good. Felt really good. I just want to make sure you guys are okay. That's the main thing.
Yeah.
And you always do that. And this is fantastic. I mean, you couldn't have picked a more dynamic forecast to go out on.
Yeah. How does that work? Yeah, how does that work? Greg Armbrecht will be here to take care of you as the new chief meteorologist. I'm just glad you guys let me play along. Really.
Well, we're glad that you let us play along. That's how we see it.
It's your world, Reg. I just want you to know that.
You guys are precious, really.
Yeah, tonight is Reg's final night as chief meteorologist at WCCB Charlotte. He's retiring after 33 years in the television news industry, with more than 22 of those years spent with Bay-Hackle Communications, the family company that owns and operates WCCB Charlotte, as well as 5 other TV stations and 6 radio stations.
We are so happy for you as you close this chapter and you start the next, and we will miss you so much. And we wanted to take a few minutes to look back on your broadcast career.
Good to see you. Feeling a little casual, but nonetheless, I moved to Florida, so I figured I were a little ready to shovel.
In the early 80s, Reg Taylor began his career as a TV weather forecaster, inspired by his grandfather, who was a high school science teacher.
Before he passed away in 1972, I promised him one day, before he passed away, I said, I'll be a television meteorologist. That's what I really want to do, and thank you for, getting me so interested in it. So that's what I did. I always take a second just before I go on air, each time I do this, and just say thank you. I'm always thankful to just, be here and doing what you love to do. It's amazing. It really is.
As the years in TV ticked by, so did life. Reg welcomed his daughter Janae and then his son Jensen.
Only Reg Taylor has the exclusive first alert on WOLO.
Reg joined the Bahakel Communications family in 1992 at WOLO in Columbia, South Carolina. In 2002, Reg joined WCCB Charlotte. He covered weekends then. It only took 2 years before Reg was named our chief meteorologist. He's entertained us all.
This was one of those days when you just wanted to put it in a Tupperware bowl and burp it out later. Let it go.
And he's kept our community informed during severe weather events.
We've got hours to go before this storm system passes by totally.
One of the things that we have always remarked about you is that when there are big weather events in the Charlotte area, Reg prepares, but he doesn't scare people. Why is that philosophy so important to you?
There tends to be in television a level of, we really want this to be impactful for people, to help them understand what's going on. And I've never been one to want to hype it. I really want to tell people what's happening the way I see it, as opposed to any kind of hype at all, because it's important.
Family is important too, and after many missed proud dad moments, Reg is stepping away from the long, strange hours of TV news so he can enjoy his family, including his wife of 10 years, Debbie.
I'm the drama queen, and he's the person who keeps it all in check.
Reg and Debbie have built a successful real estate company that serves both Carolinas, and Reg will now be able to join Debbie full-time. He'll also get more time to spend with his and Debbie's kids, who've now blossomed into young adults.
As my son prepares, our youngest prepares for the Air Force, he sits there and time after time after time listens to the videos and what he's going to be going through. And our oldest is, he's applying at the Lancaster County Sheriff's Department. So yeah, as kids, they're excited about what they're doing. And he sits there and listens to every bit of it and gives input. And he's very compassionate and very caring.
Call me cheap meteorologist.
I did.
I work for peanuts. All right.
Reg is also very funny. So funny that there's a Reg Taylor Says Twitter account full of his funniest TV quotes.
And it makes me laugh. I mean, I'm just genuinely get a chuckle out of it every time I read it. I'm like, I said that. That's funny. I've been able to do exactly what I want to do in life. It's just been such a privilege and a thrill to do this on a daily basis. It's something that you will never forget. I'm not dead, people. I'm still here.
I'm already getting beklempt, and we have a whole 30-minute show to do where we're honoring you.
That wasn't it?
No, there's more, my friend.
You remember the show This Is Your Life? It's about to happen in a few minutes.
Hey.
There is more. It's been such a pleasure.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. And thank you for watching it. That's the main thing.
Yes, yeah. Without you guys, we couldn't do this.
Said it before, say it again. Best in the business. Absolutely.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it very much.
We love you. We're going to love on you some more on The Edge. And we know that you guys at home love Reg as well. And you can share your well wishes for Reg using #ThankYouReg. And we will use some of those on air during The Edge, the Reg Edge.
I'm going to need a towel.
We'll be right back.